Hi Taurus, welcome to July. This is Teresa from tarotbyt.com. And I want to create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for those who have left comments. I really appreciate you taking the time to leave comments and feedback on the readings. And for those who have ordered readings, thank you also for your support. I've enjoyed working with all of you. So let's see what's happening for Taurus this month. This is eclipse season. Mars is retrograde. Mercury's going retrograde at the end of the month. We've got a solar eclipse on July 12th in Cancer, which is favorable to Taurus, by the way. And we have a full moon lunar eclipse on July 27th, and that will be in Aquarius, so that could be challenging for the Taurus people. But let's see what the cards say for Taurus. So what does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? What is coming up for Taurus for the month of July? I think these eclipses are going to shake us all out of our complacency. So let's see what's happening. What does Taurus need to know? May only the highest forces be present to ensure that the truth be told. The Magician. The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Sun, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. So we start the month out with the Magician and the Eight of Swords. The Magician is a card of you have all the tools you need for success, whether that is the success of a relationship or the success of a life goal. The Magician is telling you, you can do it. But what's stopping you? The Eight of Swords. Your fears. The Eight is the energy that's opposing this wonderful magician energy. The Eight of Swords is someone who feels trapped, who feels stuck, and is afraid to move out of her current situation or his current situation. So you have all this talent and you have all this potential and you have all these abilities and these skills and these, look at the table, full, all the tools. You're a good communicator, you know how to manifest, you know how to make things happen. You just have to visualize something and you can manifest it. That's the magic of the Magician. It's focusing your mind and your thoughts on what you want to achieve and believing that you can achieve it. Using creative visualization, using, motivational self-talk. Not getting into the gremlin conversations, where whenever we try to achieve something major, we all have this inner voice that says, well, maybe you can't do it, or maybe you're going to fail, or maybe, they're not going to buy what you have to offer, or they're not going to want you, or, all these things, these fears come up. And I'm seeing that. Here you have the Nine of Swords here. Your fears are holding you back from your full potential. Not only in love, but also in career. But especially in love. There's the Eight of Swords is like you're locked into something. And the Ten of Wands, you've been working really hard. And you've been carrying a heavy load. And you feel like, I just can't go on. I want to put this load down. When am I going to get a break? You've been working really hard towards a goal. But you are going to achieve it. Nine of Cups is in the reading. The Sun is in the reading. The Emperor. You have the potential to reach your goal. So don't give up. The sun in the reading can represent marriage. It could represent success in career. It could represent connecting with someone or doing work that, either if you're in a relationship, it's like you really enjoy being together. It's someone that you enjoy spending time with, and they just make you feel like a child, like that carefree child feeling, you know, like, oh, I'm with this person and we're just having fun and who cares what tomorrow brings, you know. It's that kind of energy. I'm just living in the moment. And that's the sun. The sun is like, no matter what problems you have in the reading, the sun gives you the ability, lets you know that things are going to be okay. So you may have recently connected with someone that's giving you that sunshiny feeling, bringing sunshine into your life, bringing new hope. And the Page of Cups is in the future here. That's a proposal. It could be a message. For some of you, it could be a child. You know, if you want to have a child. Sometimes the page can be a message of childbirth. In a relationship situation, it could be a new love, or an offer of love, or someone wanting to let you know how much they mean, you know, how important you are to them. So don't let your fears hold you back. The Nine of Swords is someone you could be worried about someone's health. There could be someone around you that, if it's not health, it's just you're worried about someone. Someone that you care about. And you're just worried about, you're sitting up at night. And if it's not you, then it's them. They might be stressed out mentally. There could be someone around you. If it's not you with the worries, then it's someone around you who's worried. Who's having, feeling guilty, or just having mental stress. It could be that you're dealing with someone who didn't have a good relationship with their father, so they didn't learn how to take responsibility for their life. And so they can be a little bit on the dependent side. Like they expect you to do everything. They expect you to take care of them, or to make all the decisions, or to be the Emperor is a card of, the positive energy of the Emperor is the card of the, the leader, the CEO, the person who's organized, who takes charge, who knows how to get things done. But when the Emperor is surrounded by these swords, then the chances are that the negative aspect of the Emperor would come up, which is someone who's not in touch with their masculinity. They're not in touch with that energy of responsibility, of maturity, so they could be a little immature, or a little bit like they don't know how to go out and do things or get things done. They can be dependent. They can be too dependent on others, or they could blame other people for their misfortunes, and not take responsibility for their life. You could be dealing with someone like that, that has has some childhood wounds. Maybe some issues with a father who was maybe harsh or abusive. This could also represent you have fears of taking charge of your own life. You have a fear of being a leader, being the boss, being the CEO. Maybe part of you has a fear of failure, or a fear of not being good enough, or you're just afraid to take action. Now, in your environment, you have this Knight of Swords. This is someone who's very hasty, very impulsive. Sometimes this person likes to argue or fight. You could be dealing with someone who is a little bit reckless. Maybe you're worried about some action that this person's taking, and you're thinking, they don't know what they're doing, and I wish I could stop them, but I can't, So they're kind of like just jumping into something without thinking. in a career situation. It could be also another, that someone's offering you something and you have to make a quick decision. And you have to, you know, do I want to jump into this or not? This person's, come on, let's do it. Let's go, let's do it. And you're like, I don't know. You're feeling stuck, like, I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready to change. I'm not ready to jump into this thing. And this person could be a little pushy, this Knight of Swords. And when they don't get what they want, they could be a little belligerent. You know, they could argue, and they could, you know, try to be a little bit bullying. So you have to kind of, they can be challenging. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be a little bit selfish. So you could be dealing with someone who, they only think of their own needs, and they're not thinking of you. They're just so focused on their goal that they just, it's not that they want to hurt you, it's just that they're so focused on their goal that they don't always realize what they're doing and how they're affecting, their behavior is affecting others. So it could also mean that you decide that you want to just jump into something, especially with Uranus now affecting Taurus. You're feeling this restless energy. Like something's got to give in my life. I've got to break free. I've got to break out of this rut. But with Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde, going retrograde at the end of the month, now might not be the best time to take action. Now is the time to prepare and to think about where you're going and where you want to be. I mean, it is a time with the eclipses of getting rid of things that are stopping you. Releasing yourself from blockages, putting your burden down. So if someone's draining your energy, you may want to just get them out of your life. Find out what it is that's causing you to feel stuck and work on that. Work on those psychological issues that are keeping you stuck in a situation. This is a great time for that. When the eclipses might, when they come, the new moon eclipse can bring, new beginnings, but also sudden endings, then followed by a new beginning. I mean, it's fast energy. It's just that right now, there's a lot of turbulence because all the lights are not green. When Mars is retrograde, when planets are retrograde, those are like caution lights. If they're not red lights, they're yellow. It's not full speed ahead, It's more like, okay, take your time and think it out. Don't jump into anything. Even though people are pushing you to make a decision, don't, push back and say, no, I want to do this right. I want to take my time. I want to make sure I'm making the right decision. Six of Cups. This is a card of healing from the past. So, and also connecting with people from the past, but also moving toward the future, moving toward a better future. The sixes are harmony. So you're going to be moving out of this state of worry and this state of stuckness. And with the Nine of Cups as the outcome, there'll be a favorable outcome. So July is not going to be all great. It's going to be good for you, especially with the grand Earth trine in Taurus. Taurus with Uranus and Venus and Saturn. You could reconnect with someone that brings you stability in the middle of all this worry. You could be reconnecting with people from the past. You could be healing from some wound from the past, some family situation, because this could also be you. Maybe you have some issues with family and father that you have to work out, or a male figure. Someone in the past, someone that you need to reach some type of agreement or come to some type of closure. But once you get past that, the outcome is favorable. So you are going to be moving away from worry and moving toward greater harmony and moving toward wish fulfillment. So if you're looking for a relationship, you can achieve that. You can get that. For new love, if you're looking to move out of something that's been stagnant and move towards something that has greater harmony, that gives you joy, You could be meeting new people that are bringing you that. You could be healing from the past and taking that experience and knowledge from the past, from past pains, past mistakes, past hurt, learning from the past so that when this new energy comes in, you're going to know how to handle it this time. And you're going to handle it better than you have in the past. You're not going to repeat your mistakes. So don't let fear keep you stuck in something that's not working or that's stagnant. Use your talent, use your ability. Accept the love that's there for you. So let's see what the astrology has to say for this month. So for you, the new moon is in your 3rd house, and it's opposed by Pluto. So there's definitely you're going to be dealing with some type of communication project. It could be, if the 3rd house is the house of relatives, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, neighbors, but it's also the house of communication. And with the Magician here, this is the card of the communicator. This is the card relates to Mercury, the messenger of the gods. So maybe you're going to start speaking up in a relationship or even at work. And if something is not right in your world, you're going to speak up about it. And this new moon is going to give you that ability to do that. You're going to get, Pluto is opposing the full moon. The new moon. So it's a powerful, and the moon is in Cancer. It's very strong in Cancer. So it's an emotional time. But the moon is favorable to Taurus. It's in Cancer. It's in your, Cancer and Taurus is it's a sextile relationship. So it's friendly to you. It's giving you support. And Pluto, even Pluto in Capricorn, it's in a sister sign, another earth sign. And you have Saturn in Capricorn in the 9th house. So this could involve higher education. This could involve, going back to school to learn more, get new skills. It could involve spirituality. It could be long distance travel, dealing with people from a distance, foreign countries. If it's a relationship, you could be meeting someone that's from a different culture, or someone who helps you to grow intellectually. Someone who exposes you to new thoughts, new concepts. You could be meeting someone through higher education, or someone who's on a different spiritual path. Whatever it is, it's kind of like a mind or a consciousness expanding type of thing. So it's a growth period for you. You have a new beginning, a new way of looking at things, a new way of thinking about things. And that could be exciting. You have Venus in the 5th house. Venus trining Saturn in the 9th and Uranus in the 1st. This could bring new romance this month with someone who's different. Uranus is someone who's fun and exciting, maybe a little rebellious, but then Saturn is there. So Saturn brings stability. Saturn brings seriousness. So you could be connecting with someone that could whether it's a relationship or a business partnership, there could be an age difference, but Saturn always brings stability. So whatever you're starting, whatever you're connecting with this new moon, it may be in place for a long time. So choose wisely. So if you're putting down your burdens, you might just jump in. You might be like jumping from a stuck situation into something that's more fulfilling, that's offering you greater harmony. Because earth trines are always, and they bring abundance. So it could be like you're jumping into a new career opportunity that brings more money in. It could be a communications project, internet, webs, marketing, publishing. 9th house is publishing, higher education. There could be some opportunities coming up. Now, there's a full moon lunar eclipse at the end of July. And it happens right after Mercury starts going retrograde. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. It happens in your 4th house. The 4th and the 10th houses are highlighted at this full moon. And it's squaring your sun. So there could be some type of challenge that comes at the end of the month that challenges your identity, where you have to consider, what do I really want? What do I need to feel secure? What do I need to, something that surrounds your home and your career is coming to culmination. There might be some truths that come out. You remember, you have Uranus in the 1st house, so you have this restless energy, like, I need to change. I need to stop the old pattern. I need to break free of my old patterns that have been holding me back. And you could do that through love. You have either love or some creative project is going to be instrumental in helping you to break free, because Venus is in the 5th house. And Neptune's in the 11th. Neptune is, fulfillment of a dream. So you could be working on something. You're either meeting someone that feels like a soulmate, or a friendship can turn to love. The only thing with Venus opposed Neptune, you want to make sure you're seeing things clearly. Pluto's in your 9th house. So your belief systems are going through major change. You're really seeing things from a different perspective. The things that you've always believed in are changing on a deep level. Pluto's also trining Venus. So if you meet someone in July, if you have some kind of love relationship in July, it's going to be intense. And it could feel like a soulmate connection. But you really won't know for sure until several months down the road, because of all this retrograde energy, and there's a lot of instability right now. So it's not a time to make definite choices or to see, you're not seeing clearly. When Neptune's opposing Venus, you're in la la land, So you could meet someone that you think is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then wake up later and say, what did I see in this person? But you won't know that. I mean, for some people it could be a soulmate connection. At very least, because Neptune is romance and glamour and spirituality and fantasy, and Venus, eat, drink, and be merry. Venus is in your 5th house, so now's the time to do anything creative. If you have an art project or some kind of, it could even bring, Venus in the 5th can bring children, if you want to do it creative, that, you want to create, you're going to give birth to something. You could give birth to a new project. That's your baby. Or a new love. The full moon is also a culmination, and it's an eclipse. So sometimes in a lunar eclipse, a female might be eclipsed from your life. So some relationship, maybe a friend, you might be changing friendships. Maybe this new love comes in and you kind of change the people that you associate with. With Pluto involved, there's going to be a lot of, there could be power struggles, there could be intensity, but it's a trine. So I feel, and plus it's in your sister sign of Capricorn, so I don't feel it's a negative thing. I feel like that if you do get involved in something new in July, it's going to transform your life in a good way. It's going to be intense. There may be a lot of passionate feelings around this energy, this relationship, but it will transform your life in a major way for the better. Especially, and you need some type of transformation right now. You've got Uranus, you've been set in a stuck pattern. You've been kind of like in a rut for a long time, and Uranus is going to help you break out and break free and use your talents and not be afraid to show who you are, show the world who you are. Use your talent for communication, your talent for creativity, your talent for, Taurus is a very talented sign, very artistic, very good homemakers, good cooks. They have a fashion sense. Use your talents. Don't be afraid to show the world who you are. And then that's what's going to attract this romance, because people are going to see, hey, this person has a lot going on, and I want to be part of that. I want to know this person. So you are going to be connecting. You're going to be connecting with some people from the past. You're going to be finding closure, maybe at the full moon, with some people from the past. And then you're going to be also moving into new situations, new conditions. But whatever it is, you've got the Nine of Cups. This is like the best card. When the Nine of Cups shows up at the end of the reading, that's a wish fulfillment. You're going to have a wish or a dream fulfilled in July. And it may be it may happen unexpectedly with Uranus in the mix. So you might not expect it, and all of a sudden, wow, out of the blue, this thing happens. But you are going to be putting down your burden. The only thing I would advise you is don't make yourself worry over things that may not happen. A lot of things you might be worried about may not come to pass. And don't be afraid to break free of something that's been keeping you down, that's been burdened. Don't forget, put your burdens down. Don't carry the weight of the world. You can break free. If fear's holding you back, break free. Take a step. Take action. Because you've got these two cards here. The Sun, everything's going to be okay. And your wish is going to be fulfilled. So, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it in July. So I hope this reading was a help to you, Taurus. And I wish you the best for July. If you'd like to have a private reading with me, just check the link in the description box. And we'll be working together. In the meantime, enjoy your month of July. Enjoy the new beginnings that are coming your way. And I will talk to you again in August. Okay, thanks. Bye now.